Okay, let's do it, let's finish it up. Okay, we've done this part, of course, and you want to have all that cut out and ready to go. All right, also we're gonna have our black sheet of paper. We have crayons here, gem clips, and the chalk pastels. That's right, we have the chalk pastels today. Okay, let me show you what we're gonna do to get this started. First, of course, we wanna take our black sheet of paper and we wanna write our names on it, okay? Let's write our names on it, and that's what the white crayon is about. You can go ahead and put your name on this thing and you can read it really, really well. So Mr. P, of course, and then you put your teacher's name, okay? All right, now we're gonna actually draw on this side. Well, really not draw, but the finished piece is gonna be on this sheet of paper, okay? This is what the finished piece is gonna be on. It's really long, narrow sheet of paper, okay? But we're gonna put it to the side for right now, okay? And we're gonna come back to this. Now what we wanna do is we want to choose a color of chalk pastel, and we want to actually go around all of our buildings, like just chalk the edges of our buildings really, really well. And when we're choosing a chalk pastel, a color, we're going to stay away from the darker colors, like so the paper's so dark already, we're going to stay away from the darker colors. So any of the lighter colors would work for this particular assignment. You could even go with the lighter greens, lighter blues. Any lighter color would work, but let's stay away from like the dark purples and things like that. Blacks, and of course not black, because the paper's black and you won't see anything. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to put chalk all along the edges of our buildings. Now this is where you really have to be careful, because you don't want to tear your building off of the street. You want to keep your buildings connected to the street. So you have to be careful when you're chalking the buildings that you don't tear the buildings off or tear pieces of the buildings off. See, I'm being very careful up here with the smaller part of the top of this building, my tiered building. Being very careful because I don't want to tear any of my pieces off. Any part of that building, I don't want to tear it off. But we do want to chalk the edges. Notice I'm going around the edges of each of the buildings, okay? You want to do that around each one of your buildings. We got everything chalked in, all right? Now, some will get on the table, some chalk will get on the table, no big deal. We're going to clean that up afterwards. You just take your paper, put it down right here in front of you, and you're going to decide. See, my buildings, they're actually too big for the size sheet of paper. Some of you are not going to have that problem because of how you orientated your paper. Anyway, I'm going to have to decide, do I want to use those 3 buildings on there, or do I want to use those 3 buildings, since one of my buildings kind of hangs off the side. I'm going to do those 3. Now what we do when we place it on here, we want to make sure you have a little room up at the top, okay? And then we have, also in the basket, we have these paper clips. Paper clips are really easy to use. You see the little, you want to make sure the paper gets in between there, and that actually helps hold this paper to this paper for us. We don't want it to move when we're doing this particular step. We don't want the paper to move. So we're going to, in fact, let me come up here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to paper clip. I'm going to put one of these loops on one side and the other loop on the other side, like that. See, I have one loop on that side and I have one loop on that side. That paper clips it down so that it doesn't move. We don't want it to move, guys. We don't want this to move while we're doing this next step. So make sure it's positioned just right. Make sure that paper clip is on there real good. Okay, this is the fun part. Okay, you're going to take the chalk that's on the template, that's on the buildings, and you want to use your finger and rub it off to the black paper. Okay, use your finger and rub it to the black paper all the way around the buildings. Now, you can turn your paper around, hold the buildings down so that they don't flip up on you, because they'll easily do one of these flip up numbers. We don't want it to flip up. We want to hold it still. We don't want it to move on us. That's what the paper clip is for, is kind of to help us not let that building move while we're doing this step. And we're going to transfer the chalk from the white paper, the template that we made. We're going to transfer it from there to the black paper. Okay. Go over it a couple times. Make sure all of the chalk is off of your template and is on the black paper. All of it, every bit of it has to be off. The more you get off and onto the black paper, the better it's going to look once you're done, okay? The better it's gonna be. Let's see what we got. Take the paper clip off and we remove. Ta-da! It's your cityscape. Isn't that like the coolest thing? That's like awesome. Like the coolest thing ever. Now, once you finish one set of buildings, you're gonna chalk this again on the other side. Like, you're gonna turn this around, see how I turn it around? And you're gonna chalk it again, and we're gonna do it again. Can you pick a different color? Why, of course you can. In fact, watch this. Now, to save time, I'm just chalking these three because I know this one is not gonna be on there. I know that I wanna use these three this time, and I know that fourth one is not gonna fit. So I'm not going to even chalk that one at all. You can do that too if you know that you're not going to use one of your buildings on the edge. Then you can make sure that you leave it off, because you know you're not gonna be using that building. So that's what I did. So I picked a different color, of course, and I got this part, these three buildings chalked. Okay, so I know we're going to put it in that. Now, we don't want it to overlap. You see how that overlapped on there? We don't want that to happen. So when you put the second set of buildings on there, we want to make sure that we don't put anything on chalk that's already on there. Like, we can't do it like that. We don't want to do it like that. It'll make our buildings look like it's see-through, and we don't want see-through buildings now, do we? No, we don't. So you have to position it down a little bit. That's fine, okay? That's fine. Position it down a little bit. Now let's go ahead and get that paper clip again. We're going to paper clip the end of it, just like we did before. One loop on one side, and then the other loop on the other side, and that's going to help hold our paper down for us. Get it positioned just right, and then we're going to rub again. So let's do it. Let's do it. Oh yeah. Let's do it. Oh yeah. Oh, let's do it. Now, if you rub a little bit, like I'm rubbing, and it's going to get on here just a little bit on the other set, that's fine. You can do that. That's no big deal. If it gets rubs on there like that, that's no big deal. No big deal. All right. Oh, let's do it. Oh yeah. We're gonna rub it on down. Oh yeah. All right. We're gonna rub it on down. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit here, just for the sake of brevity. It means I want to be brief. Want to save time, yada yada yada. Okay, let's see what we got. Take the paper clip off. Ta-da! Isn't that awesome? That's like the coolest thing ever. All right. Now once we finish, I think I got enough room for another set. I think I do. I'm not gonna do it, but I do have enough room for another set. Now I'm just gonna go back and put a couple of let's put a couple of do I want to use the white crayon? I may want to use the white crayon on this one. Yeah, let's do that. We use the white crayon and put like windows and doors and stuff in here. I can actually make a couple of windows in here like this. Look at that. That's gonna look great, actually. Yes. Yes, that's what I want to do. I may even add a few yellow crayons in here in case you want to have some yellow doors or windows. White and yellow, I think that's going to work out just fine. I can make these as big as I want or as small as I want. I'm going to go back and add some doors and windows. That's going to look great, man. That's going to look, that's just the bomb. Okay. So this is what we're going to do today, and I would like for you to go and have fun.